Hi there, and welcome to the Melody Music Studios interview series, where we get to know our teachers a little bit better. I'm Ashley.
Hello, my name is Kathy Kerr, owner and founder of Melody Music Studios. Today I'm interviewing Ashley, who usually does the interviewing. She is also my assistant director. Hello, Ashley, how are you?
Hi, Kathy, I'm great. Thanks so much for interviewing me today.
Well, thank you for being here.
My first question for you is, what person or event caused you to want to pursue music?
There are so many factors that really got me into it, but I would say a few things that really got me started. It was dancing at a very young age, playing the flute at 8 or 9 years old, and then joining community choirs around the age of 6 or 7. That really got my love and my passion going for music. And thankfully, I had the benefit of having really wonderful music teachers, two particularly in high school, that I just absolutely adored, and they kind of opened up the world to me in terms of music being a possible career choice, but also then just a serious passion and love of mine. It was just sort of those two teachers and a lot of great moments in between that really sparked that love in me.
What have you done in your musical career that you would like your students to know about?
Honestly, I've had a lot of memorable performances that I've given. I performed at Lincoln Center and the Bushnell, and I was a soloist in Disney when I was younger. But for me, honestly, the thing that I'm most proud of, that I think is my gold star, my gold badge, is just what my students have to say about their experience with me, learning music. And I'm always so proud of their response to me as their teacher, and how much they really love music and they feel safe and warm with me in the lesson space. And I find that that's sort of, I'm very proud of my performance experiences and my undergrad degree in vocal performance, but I'm most proud of the reputation that I have as a teacher and the relationship that I have with my students and family. I always love getting to hear what my students have to say about their lesson experience with me, and that's what I love to share with people. I'm most proud of that.
That's great. What do you want your students to remember after they finish taking lessons with you?
I want them to still have their love of music and their love of their instrument and the craft and everything that they've learned with me. But again, I think I really want them to feel like they had a safe space and a supportive space to take risks, because a lot of, especially for voice, I find it's very challenging to expose yourself and be so vulnerable, especially because your body is your instrument. I really want them to leave feeling like, yes, they love music and yes, they learned a lot, but they also connected in a way that they allow them to be able to grow and to challenge themselves in a safe and warm way. I really want them to leave and say, you know what, I made a great connection with someone. I have fond memories. I learned so much.
That's great. What strengths do you possess that you feel make you a good teacher?
I really pride myself in being incredibly empathetic. I think one of my strengths in teaching, but also in life, is that I'm very, very capable and very often put myself in someone else's shoes and try to really think about how would I feel if I were them in this situation. And I would say I'm, incredibly compassionate. And I think that again, along with creating a safe and warm environment for students to take risks and take on challenges, I think that that's a big component. And I think I'm creative in the sense of I'm always sort of thinking, my brain is always going in terms of, how can this be better? What about this? How can we improve this? What if we tried this? And I think some teachers sort of kind of get stuck in their ways of, well, this is always what I teach in this sequence and this way. And I'm not like that. I kind of throw that out the window. I'll have little things that obviously there are pinpoints in education, in your musical education that you need to get to. But I look at every student as their own journey. And then I tailor the lesson experience to that. And honestly, that takes quite a bit of hard work, obviously, but also creativity to think of how to really engage every part of the learner, as a whole.
The last question I have for you, Ashley, is what do you love about music?
What is there not to love? I think it's just so encompassing of like the human experience with so much happiness and love, but also sorrow and anger and sadness and heartbreak. I just thought this is it for me. Like this is the great love of my life. It's music. This is everything. It's also so healing, like the healing properties I've seen, for people who have Alzheimer's and dementia and things like that. The fact that they're able to pick up a violin and play an entire sonata when they really struggle to remember anything else in life, I thought, well, geez, that's amazing too. It's just,
Right.
I think it's just so special. And I think it's food for our bodies and our minds and our souls and our spirits. And I love it.
Well, that wraps up our interview for today. Thank you, Ashley, for being here, for being on my staff, and for your dedication to music education. Bye, and I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.